Welcome back to the Pro Sports Podcasters. My name is Cobe, and today I'm going to go over what's been happening on the NFL all-day marketplace. And it's taken a bit of a dip. And this was expected because at some point, the whales were going to start taking profits on some of the rare moments they've been pumping up over the last 3 weeks. Primarily the team moments. Okay, so there's a number of rare team moments that have gone up significantly over the last month, and it's at this point that they've reached a peak level where the whales feel like it's time to take some profit. So what they'll generally do is they'll buy 10 to maybe even 20 of these particular moments very early on and then continue a slow purchase in order to create hype over the particular moment and then drive up the price as others continue to buy and hopefully catch up to where the market's at. Now, what ends up happening is once it peaks and people stop buying, it's time to take profit, and it's that time right now. So you're going to see a slight market dip. It's going to go down for a little bit. You might get a little bit of an even greater dip once they announce the next historic pack drop, depending on what the prices are on that. You might see some additional sell-off at that time from not the whales, but just from other collectors who are looking to build some dapper bank in order to buy maybe a premium pack. And then it'll bounce back after that, but it'll have a leveling effect. So right now we're below the 90 million market cap. I expect it to go back to about maybe 91 at some point after the historic drop. And then depending on what happens beyond that, you'll see it go up and down and fluctuate as usual. But if you're in a state of panic because you see some of your value dropping, don't worry. Don't panic. Okay. There's no reason to panic at this point. It's going to go back up. It's just a matter of time. Like I've been saying from the get-go, you're better off to purchase moments and hold until the season begins. This whole buy it and sell it off and buy it and sell it off and hope to hit a peak point and hope to buy in the dip is bullshit. You're basically just gambling continuously when you do that. All you're really doing to yourself is buying at a point, then selling at a point, and if you're interested, rebuying at a higher level. So any profits you may have made, you're losing anyways if you're trying to recoup some of those same moments or even buy new moments when you could have just bought the original moments from the very beginning and sat on them. And that's what I've been doing. That's what a lot of collectors have been doing. And do not get caught up in these market trends. Do not get caught up in the hype that's created over specific moments, because all that does is drive it to a false value. Okay. Now, if you get in super early or you have some of these moments in your collection already, then if you want to take early profits on them and sell them off as soon as it peaks out, go ahead. That's your prerogative. But I'm still going to sit on everything I have until the games begin in September. That's my plan. That's always been my plan. I think I've sold a total of maybe 2 moments in this situation. And that's because one of which I purchased hoping to see a significant boost on it because of a trade that occurred, and then found out that particular player was involved in the trade. So then sold like a couple of them right away and took a very small profit on them. But I still kept some of them for my collection. And then one other was one I cracked in a pack. It was a rare. It was actually my Joe Hayden moment. Joe Hayden's probably going to retire. He may maybe play one more year if somebody picks him up and gives him a decent paycheck. But honestly, Joe Hayden doesn't really figure into my challenges-based collection. So he was going for around a little over $100. I figured I'd rather sell Joe Hayden at the 100 and something I sold him for and use the exact same amount to buy a Myles Garrett, because Myles Garrett really is going to factor into my challenges, which is exactly what I did. So I essentially exchanged one moment for another at the same value. And that's it. That's all I've done. Everything else I've held. I'm approaching 200 moments now. I'll probably break 200, maybe middle of May, depending on what I see on the market, what's available, which moments I identify as, ones I want to stockpile. But I'm really at this point waiting for the next packs to be released that cover weeks 1 through 12, because there are so many other players that I want to add to my collection in order to fill out my challenges-based collection. Because there are a lot of key players that have yet to have a moment minted, and I'm sure you're going to see them in weeks 1 through 12, because in order to have a fantasy-based or challenge-based system in place for when the season begins, you really need to have all the players represented. That's why I also believe there's a good opportunity here that it wouldn't surprise me if Dapper Labs releases a set sometime late summer that covers some of the rookies you'll be seeing drafted later on this month at the NFL draft, because you're going to want to have them available as well once the challenges and hopefully fantasy NFT football begins. That's my prediction. That's what I'm banking on when it comes right down to it. What are you doing? Like, what's your strategy right now? Are you one of these buyers and sellers, or are you holding like I am? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't yet, be sure to visit our website, www.prosportspodcasters.com. Scroll to the bottom of the home screen. There's a sign up to become a PSP Insider. All the insiders are getting additional information from us that are specific to investing in NFTs, specifically on the NFL All-Day Marketplace or the UFC Strike Marketplace. Till next time.